Well, good morning, everybody. It's the Sound Couple. We are off to another wedding, and today will be a wedding like we have never done before. It'll be a total of 11-piece band, and at the heart of the night is going to be playing a 3 hours continuous set. So what's unique about this band, or more unique, is that the musicians will be switching off. There'll be 5 singers total, 2 drummers, 2 guitar players, 2 bass players, but it'll be the people trading off and switching to give the other members a break. The other thing we're going to be doing is breaking out some tools that we haven't showed you guys yet. We got to set up some satellite speakers in another room, and I was told it's a pretty long run. The only thing we really carry, the longest cables XLR we carry, are 50 foot. But we brought our 150-foot Cat 5 cable here, and we'll be using that as an analog snake with our sound tool from Dave Rat. I'll show you those boxes. Little 4-channel splitters that we can use for Cat 5 to run long runs. And for today, we're going to be using a combination of wedges and in-ear mixes. The wedges will be used for the singers. There's going to be 4 total, although I don't know if they're going to be on stage at 4 at once. We're going to try to get away with 3 wedges for them and 1 or 2 wedges for the horns. And then the back line, they're going to be all in-ear, and we'll be using 3 PreSonus ear mixes and 1 HP2 for the drummer. So the ear mixes will be for the bass player, guitar player, and keyboard player. And I forgot to mention earlier, there'll be 2 keyboard players as well. So we'll see how that goes with them trading back and forth, if they are fighting each other's mixes. I haven't done that before either, so this will be a lot of firsts. Anything else, Stace?
Just that hopefully we'll both get fed or have to split a meal. It seems like with this particular band, they kind of forget that there's 2 of us and often forget to order an extra meal. So we'll see.
With this gig, and usually any other weddings or any longer day things, we always try to bring food. Nothing worse than being hungry at a gig. And so we usually pack snacks, or I don't know, what'd you bring today? Something?
Some oatmeal bites.
Oatmeal bites. So that may be our dinner, but if not, it usually gets figured out, but it's not good to be hungry for a long
that's
day.
for sure.
Another van like ours right there. Okay, let's check it out. So we'll use the 328s for the satellites. So we got 2 of those. I don't know how many monitors we're bringing in yet in total. And I don't know what
at
we're...
least 4, right? Or 5? Because initially you said 5.
We'll look at the space again, and then we need to figure out our lighting too. Whoa! Down one goes. Is it okay?
Yeah.
We have the 328s all labeled with numbers because we have them the EQ differently for if they're monitors versus mains. So 1 through 6 we use for monitors, and 7 through 10 we use as mains.
You're setting up for the band, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Oh.
And I know the area where you're setting up. I'm Scott. I'm looking for a spot for photos. You're going to
Okay.
be set up there imminently, right? Or
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we're there till midnight. Yeah.
Right, but I mean, but how soon will you be set up there?
Over the next couple hours.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, we got to be.
I know I'm shooting until 4 o'clock, so that I'm just ruling that out.
Okay.
You'll be setting up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Orange.
7 through 10 we have DSP for mains, even though they can all be used interchangeably if with SL room control. So that will take one more. And we got 2, 4, 5. I don't want to weight this down too heavy.
Oh, we got the other partner.
I know. That's why I'm done putting speakers. How many are left?
We got 2.
Okay, so we need one more. Thank you. You bet. You guys are heading in now.
I am strategic in which one I pull out because this one happens to actually hold up all of those together. So
Don't you think?
Yeah. Exactly. It's moving great.
Couldn't do any better.
This is true.
How many of your husbands do?
It's Mike.
Like, he's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
Suppose we need
This side.
Oh.
Very handsome. Yeah. Yes, I think so.
David, are you done setting up?
How are you? Good. I think so. I was in a minute to show you guys the number you guys. Yeah, great.
Okay.
Maybe take off your jacket while you're there before the ceremony.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get all set up. We can wait until they're done at 4:30.
Sure.
And then move all the stuff. In the porch.
We'll just have it up on our carts and when they're done.
How's CD?
Loaded in. Stacy is getting the monitors or the mixer in position. We're gonna put a speaker in this corner here, and then way down in the other room. So we'll run our Cat 5 along this wall. Should have enough to get down to the other end, no problem. It's a relatively small room, so we're just gonna go with one sub, one CDL sub, and one CDL12 per side. We're gonna start with 5 monitors and see how that looks across the front. And we have, what time is it? 1? Oh, we got plenty of time. We're gonna put 3 light trees across the back here and panel lights on the front. These Chauvet panel lights on the front. Wondering where you went. It's probably up on top. things are coming together. This is what we decided to do with lighting. We put 3 trees in the back, the Chauvet lights, and then our blizzards. So he's putting up 4 of those.
What?
4 blizzards.
Yes.
Okay, that should work. They're over there taking some photos. I think we're gonna have plenty of space. It's nice that we were able to kind of take what we needed to fit the band, especially in a room this small. Sometimes the band ends up getting cramped, but not today. We're gonna keep moving on. It's about 2:24. We're supposed to have everything, our stuff, done by 4:30. They're gonna have the ceremony. You can see through the window there, that's a tent right there, that white. And they're getting married in the tent. Stacy?
Yep.
Can I get your help, please?
Yep.
I can't find
See
the
it?
hole.
Okay.
I want it to be at an angle.
Front.
Thank you. Well, as long as you're here, maybe can you just help me lift it up? So I don't have to. You don't have to. Don't.
Are you able to reach your...
Yeah. How's that look?
Do you need help with the other one?
Yeah, I guess as long as you're here. I mean, I don't have anything ready to go yet, but yeah.
Just let me know when you're ready. Okay?
As I mentioned earlier, we're going to have 2 speakers to provide coverage, I think primarily for speeches, but we'll see when the band starts how it sounds in here and where people are at. If people want to talk or whatever, we can adjust these. I'll have them running off a matrix off the 32R, but we got to get all the way down to that other room down there where the other speaker is. I haven't used these in a while, but these are going to be perfect. So I have Cat 5 right there, and then we have the Cat Snake from Sound Tools, and that'll allow us to do is to use an Ethernet run. They used a 50-footer here, which is way, and we'll get this all straightened up later. We're just kind of under a time crunch to get the system up and going, and then we got to be quiet. And so during that quiet time, we'll fix everything up and get the cables all addressed. But the mixer's right here, so that XLR is running here. So next I'm going to make this run down the wall, and that's where these guys again will come in handy. So there'll be the box here that's running here from this cabinet, and then I will plug in the Cat 5 here and run it against the exterior wall. And then this box, sorry about the terrible camera work, will be at the other speaker, and this will complete the connection. All right, I'll show you what it looks like when it's all set up. We had plenty to get down there. So we're gonna set up that other speaker next. And yeah, every now and again, it's nice to have that flexibility. For things like this, it's perfect. And I'm glad we got it. I'm gonna have Stacy, I'm not gonna try to stack that other speakers by myself. You saw the fail there, so I'll get her to help. And they're continuing to take pictures here. And it's a busy, busy room. Okay, there's Stacy. We just stacked this cabinet up here. Sorry, right here. That'll cover the bar, I guess. That's the bar there. I don't know. I decided to tilt them. You can either tilt or go at a straight angle. I don't know. Somebody can debate that with me. That's just the fact that one way over there, as I look at it from here, probably can make the argument that it should probably be straight, and we may do that now that I think about it, just to cover this whole room better. But I think in here it's fine. Being at the angle, it's about 3:30, and they're still in the room that we're in taking pictures, and we are supposed to be done making noise at 4:30. So I'm not too concerned, but it does kind of feel a little bit strapped here that, you know, we got to start firing up the system. They don't want any noise after 4:30. We need to make noise at some point, and we're just hoping that the pictures are wrapping up, which I think they are, so we can fire up the system and do monitor checks and you know, check everything out before our 4:30 deadline. But in the meantime, I'm gonna start in here and fire these cabinets up and make sure our fills are working. Okay, we got the matrix running. Check 1, 2, 2, and I think we'll just have to set some levels.
Guitar player, whatever. And then I was like, wait.
Are you still waiting to get your stuff over there? Is there people right there?
I think they're in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Because realistically, because Scott was like, when do you want to take a break?
Out even further. I mean,
As long
it's
as
amazing
I
how
have my face.
quickly the space just fills up.
We have like 6 tunes.
But I
Hey,
think
how's it
Yeah,
going?
but two,
John,
with the
Mike,
size of
is
the
one
wedding.
Those tunes, Suspicious Minds.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's always a hard call to know how much space when you want to be respectful of, you know, this is a big wedding, so I think if a lot of people stay, this dance floor, I'm guessing, is going to be just packed.
That's one where they're not playing.
So it's always that fine line between too much, and then we had to leave areas here for people to walk. We're still getting set up. It's 5:22. I think we got to be all said and done by 6. So hey guys, I just wanted to take a second here to explain what was going on. The bass player was using an ear mix unit, and he was testing his signal, or he was checking his ears, and he didn't hear his bass guitar coming through his ears. And the thing is I had his bass signal coming through the channel on the main 32R. So this was a little bit of a odd situation, something I haven't experienced before, but in the end it kind of all made sense. So the first thing I did was to check the digital patching, and I was pretty sure that was correct, and as I verified it, it was correct. So the next thing that I did is I looked at his individual channel. Now he was set to a network input, so he was going through a NSB 16.8 input channel, and that was set correctly as well. So he was set to a network input source. Next, I looked at his digital send source and noticed it was set to analog. Switching it back to digital then restored his signal, and he was able to hear himself in his ear mix. Looking at other channels that were network input based, I noticed the same thing was occurring with some of those, including the vocal mics. Setting those back to digital saved the day in the sense that we did not do a sound check. Again, not sure how this happened, but that explains why I was seeing his bass signal coming through on the 32R, but he was not seeing it on his ear mix unit. If the remaining network-based inputs were not set to a digital send source, primarily the vocals, thank God we caught this on the bass player, because when the band started, anybody that was using the ear mixes, which would have been the keyboard, the bass, and the guitar player, would not have heard the vocals. And one thing to remember is that we do not do full sound checks with this band. In fact, the singers are like one of the last ones to show up. So we do line checks. We do as much as we can, but it really all happens when the first song starts.
I don't have ears through my ears.
I don't have the bass on either.
Plug in the XLR cable for the.
Yeah, I plugged it.
Oh yeah, I got signal out here.
I was getting signal for you.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Did I? Some bass. I must have did some basses number.
Stacy, want to set list?
Perfect, thank you.
Got it.
Yeah, you do. He does. They are having dinner, so we got about 45 minutes. We did that first quick half-hour set. Everything went pretty well. Tonight we are using 3 ear mixes. So one here, another one for the bass player. The first one was for guitar, and then this one for the second keyboard player. And then we're using 2 mixes off the UC Surface. So we got one here for the keyboard player. He's using his own belt pack. And then we got this one back here. That's the HP2 for the drummer. And I got, again, the old iPhone for that. This room is really super warm tonight. I hope they back it off a little bit. We'll find out. But yeah, another cold start. And not too many adjustments, so I think we will be able to lock it in just fine later.
The first one he did took me all the way out. I'm over here dying. He said, did I do it? Did I do it?
Wait. Hold on. I think I got it.
Don't hurt yourself.
Hold on a second.
The force, you know, young.
I think I got it.
He said, did I do it? No, you didn't. Give me a shot. you.
Alicia Cloud.
Thank you so much. Give it up for Alicia, everybody. Alicia.
I'm gonna get you on that trumpet gate. You gotta play those long tones, baby. You gotta play those long tones.
I need like a 4-week crash course to get back to
Can you play trumpet?
Yeah, he does. Woo!
Yeah, I'm playing trumpet.
I have played a trumpet in my life.
Wow. You used to play trumpet.
I used to play a fuck ton of trumpet.
You went to college playing trumpet. Come on.
I learned to play
Standard
jazz and combo jazz.
Is that the extent of
It's my true improvising voice, I would say.
This
I
isn't yours,
love
is it?
improvisation.
Alright.
Somebody stand. Let's put it over here.
Wes,
Wes, is this yours?
That is mine.
There you go.
It looked like a Wes, like a kind of space age newer technology.
Bless you, bless you.
Thank you. I didn't even go through my phone. Scott.
Okay, we're kind of staging everything into, so we cleared the room. We got everything on the carts out here. Guitar player's loading out. It's 12:53. That's not our van. He's loading out. That's his van. So once he's out of the way, we can get our stuff packed in the van. But just doing an idiot check. Clear in here.
Do we want to put some of those? Oh yeah, you can take the 50-footer up front.
Well, this, yeah. These can go in here. Is that right? Did I not do the ones right? Be careful on this hitch here.
Okay.
Step on it, fall on your ass. Alright everyone, we are on our way home. It is 1:38. We were done at about midnight. It was a nice loadout. It's always the cool weathers. I don't mind that. I don't like the freezing snow and all that, but a little cool weather on a loadout is fine by me. Actually, the room was pretty hot tonight. They could have turned the thermostat down a little bit, but anyway, it was a really good night. This gig, we planned probably more than we ever have with this organization. Lots of emails, lots of texts, and even with all of that, surprise, 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 we ended up having to add some lines, adding a monitor. It's all kind of a part of a trade-off. And what I mean by that is that there's all these inputs. So there's the setting up, there's the room, there is the crowd, there is the band. So all the effort is all part of this big equation. And we had to work a little bit as far as just these kind of last minute changes and adding this and reprogramming reassigning the sends on our ear mixes and adding channels, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, when the band started, it all came together between the crowd, but more specifically the band. When we have situations, for example, when we are getting all these demands and the band isn't all that good, and that's when it's kind of a double edge. But when we do this knowing that it's going to be awesome, which it was, it's worth that work. Good night tonight. All the system, the ear mixes, everything worked great. All right, everyone, this is the Sound Couple. Thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate it, everybody. We're small but proud, and appreciate all the comments and the views, and we're just kind of doing our thing. Have a great night, and we'll see you at the next one. Good night.